is your soul. Yes, I know we are not like some other radio stations, and we all know about the talk, but what is Friday? Friday is that day where we get to let down our hair, act like we just don't care. We move from side to side, side to side, side to side. Oh, yeah, and we're feeling the energy busting because the weekend is right here, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. All right, Denise, that's enough. My name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and as always, I'm excited to be here with you, having philosophical, ethical, and self-provoking discussions, and today will not be any different. Well, how are you, though? It's, let me see, the 30th day in the month of January 2026, I beg your pardon, and the month officially comes to an end tomorrow. How has the month of January been? I feel the need to ask. Did this January more than every other January that ever Januaried? How did that sound? This is January more than every other January that had ever Januaried? Or was this month just a month of, hey, make months do end? Or all your expectations for this month, were you able to achieve them? The goals, your targets, did everything live up to expectation? Or, my dear, we just got by. You know, in this January, a lot happened. People returned to work. People sent their kids to school. People were job hunting. Yes. Did you get that dream job this month, or are you looking forward to getting it next month? There were a lot of interviews. Some people left. Some people were recruited. Some businesses made sales. Others are struggling to get by with one or two customers. I know how we can be. But at the end of the day, remember, we are Nigerians. We're resilient people. And we should also remember that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. That's my message to you today. What are we discussing on the sunny side today? Flowers, while they can smell them. Uncle, what is it, Amara? Uncle, there is problem, Amara, what is it? Talk to me. My mother just collapsed, we rush her to the hospital, they say we should bring deposit, 300,000. We don't have it, help us. My sister? Hey, sorry. The thing is that this time that you came is a very, very wrong time. Yeah, my business, you know everything, but don't worry, I'll pray for her. I'll pray for you, Uncle. Anything. I don't have anything. I don't have. Look at, they will even bring out their pocket like this. Nothing. Shishi. I don't have. But whatever comes up, I will say, what? Uncle, it's your sister. It's your sister. I know, but I'm praying for you. I will still see what I can do in my own little way. Amara will run. Look for all the people she needs to look for. Help me. We don't have. I'm sorry. Chai, God will help. She will run to pastor. She will run to priest. She will run to this one. She will run to chief. She will run to uncles, aunties, brothers, sister. Nobody will give Amara shishi. She might find a few people who will give her, but by the time she gets to the hospital, Amara will probably hear something like this. I did not get the 300,000, but I was able to gather 150. Can you people take? See, now start the treatment. And doctor says, let me see in my office. And doctor, let them collect the money now. Come, let me see in my office. Amara, we did our best, but you see, by the time you brought your mother, the situation had already gotten beyond our control. Doctor, what are you saying? Amara, I'm sorry to tell you that your mother is normal. My mother is normal, meaning what? We lost her. Now, you lost her. Maybe you find her now. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, she's dead. And then Amara would now shout, "Hey, whoa!" And then, if it is a Nollywood film, you will now hear something like this. Oh, gosh. And she starts telling people that she has lost her mom. Oh, such a good woman. Maybe the mother's name is Felicia. Felicia. Coincidentally, I'm watching the funeral mass for the late Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State. I think the universe wants me to have this discussion. Yesterday, I was watching the funeral rites of Otumba. What's his name now? Otumba. I will remember. Forgive me. Adejum or something like that. I may be mixing it up, but the Otumba of Lagos. So I think the universe are in sync on this particular conversation. Now, Amara starts crying, starts telling people that she has lost her mom, but somehow millions from nowhere will come out to throw a befitting burial for late Mrs. Felicia. Let's say Adejoke. Ni Adejumo. Banners, billboards. Maybe the television stations will even carry it. Maybe they will even come and place ads on the radio, on Nigeria Info FM. Channels and the rest, Arise and the other NTA, everybody will carry it. They will do all of that. But this is the same woman that Amara was looking for 300,000 to pay as deposit for a hospital bill just so she doesn't die. We save our best speeches, like the speech I'm seeing someone read on the TV screen, for the cemetery and for the service of song, for the funeral service. My late mother was a great woman. Everybody would say, We save the best clothes for the casket. I mean, funeral services, if you are involved in it, it's a very, very big business. Yes. I say this for a fact because I've had to bury 2 people, maybe 3 in my lifetime, and I know all it took to be able to, give them a good, I wouldn't want to term it as befitting, because I don't even know what is befitting, that terminology, that term. Now, the text I am looking at right now says it plainly. The dead don't read burial programs. They don't read the tributes. They cannot be bothered. So you ask yourself, is a grand funeral a tribute to the deceased or a performance for the living? Why is it easier to write a 10-page tribute than to say I love you or I forgive you in a text message today? Ask yourself. And then, of course, a befitting burial versus a befitting life. If the goal is to honor someone, isn't the highest honor helping them live better while they are still here? Because from what I've witnessed, we often use funeral to settle our own guilt. Yes, we give them the gift in death that we were too busy, too tired, or too broke to give them in life. And guess what? Even when we buried them when things were not okay, all of a sudden we blow. We hit it big. And 10 years after, we are doing memorial service with plenty shenrenre. But then again, the dead are unaware of what befits them. Or did they ever tell you that my son, my daughter, my wife, my husband, when the time comes, these are the things you should do. And wherever I am, I will nod my head and say, thou good and faithful servant. They don't know the price of the casket. And they can't hear the choir. You see all those things that people used to do on this east-west road. They are going to bury someone. They are sticking out of a vehicle and they are driving wah, wah, wah. Or they are bringing ogene dancers. Or they are bringing mesichinwo. Or they are bringing, somebody give me a name. The list goes on and on. Do they see them? So when we brag about giving our departed ones a befitting burial, what indeed makes it befitting? Some year ago, in fact, precisely in someone says, either you watch too much home movies, Dave. I don't even watch Nollywood movies. I'm more of a Hollywood person. But this I just narrated to you came up on the spot while seated here. In fact, while I was opening the show, as I turned on the mic, it just came, inspiration. So when we were narrating the story and singing that emotional song, Cold and Goosebumps Just Catch Me, and Didi, of all names, now Felicia. Oh my God, your mom's name is Felicia. My mother's name, now wow, Joshua Ubong. Trust me, it wasn't intentional. Like I said, I had prepped for this conversation, but some of the things happening here are totally unscripted. Now, I saw the movie in 1998, Died Richard, buried in 2.3 million naira casket. Or was it 2.5 million naira casket? The movie starred Tony Umez, Eukaria Anunobi, and Tom Njemanze. I cannot forget that story. I cannot forget that movie. By then, we didn't have CD plates. I think the movie had a part 1 and 2. It was in a video cassette. You know, video cassette. That one that you even put that thing that you can use to wind it, to rewind it, and forward it. Those are the times that when you went and put one film that they told you not to watch in the video player, and NEPA take light, you start praying and fasting for NEPA to restore power so that you can gently remove the film. Then if they want to, if the universe wants to punish you, you see that tape, the film itself that rolls will not hang inside. You'll now start looking for solution. Those were the times I saw the movie. So this is a classic Nigerian film, by the way. And if you haven't seen it, I think it's on YouTube. You should go and see it. It's often remembered for its poignant story about poverty and societal hypocrisy. The plot is around a man named Lucas. Lucas was a man who died in abject poverty, but was later buried in a lavish, extremely expensive casket by his wealthy nephew. Now, Lucas had trained his nephew, Tony Umez. I've forgotten his name in the movie. Tony Umez. And somehow later in life, Lucas became broke. Sometimes he is struggling to feed and pay rent. And for every time he goes to look for his nephew, the wife was very, very hospitable and receptive. She will always miss the husband's absence, but she would serve him. And then he will narrate to her what is going on. She will on her own go back and tell the husband, help your uncle. It's not like the money wasn't there. He had the money, but he was for some reason reluctant to help. Now Lucas all the while thought it was because of this wife that his nephew that he literally trained through school will not extend a hand of help to him. Maybe when he eventually comes, he gives him peanut to pay transport and go back. And he'll say, Uncle, I will see you later. So Lucas and his wife will talk about it and say, what a wicked woman, not knowing that she had been the one fighting behind the scene for him. Long story short, Lucas fell ill and then boom, he died. And Tony Umez felt remorse and was crying